Well, good morning.
Glenn, Angel, and Tim.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, good morning.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is a beautiful day, slightly overcast, but still beautiful and cool here in Singapore, and it's gotten even cooler because we've got two very cool guests. They will be in town from the 15th of January to the 1st of February. Beetlejuice is coming to the Esplanade Theatre here in Singapore. We welcome Andrew Karl, who plays Beetlejuice, as well as Karis Oka, who plays Lydia Deetz.
See, I told you, bro.
Welcome.
You say the name 3 times, he will appear.
Yes,
Yeah, and you are here.
We are here.
I love how Glenn said, it's a lovely, cool morning, and both Andy and Karis looked at each other going, what is he talking about?
This is not cool.
They're like sweating buckets.
Yeah, we were doing some stuff
Really?
outside yesterday, and it was.
Oh,
really
yesterday
hot.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yesterday was really, really
I'm glad.
hot.
I'm glad you guys think so.
So this is your first time to Singapore, for both of you?
First time experiencing the heat.
First thoughts?
Everyone did warn me about the humidity. Like, they were like, be prepared. But when I got over here, I was like, oh, it's like nothing like I've experienced in my life.
And this isn't even the worst. It gets worse than
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
It's cool for us right now.
Right now, yes.
amazing, cool.
Hence the leather jacket.
Oh, sorry. Well, I think I made a mistake
Yep.
earlier on. 15th of January to the 15th of February.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I may have said
1st of
January.
February.
Which means he'll get to spend Valentine's Day right here in Singapore.
6 weeks.
What better way to spend Valentine's Day than going and seeing Beetlejuice at the theater?
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about Beetlejuice the musical. I mean, we've seen Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. It is Winona Ryder's birthday today, by the way.
Is
Oh
it?
my god!
We have our real life Lydia Deetz in the studio.
That's cool.
Scorpio Queen.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Winona. If you're listening, I know you are.
She is.
Yeah, tell us about the story. I mean, is it based on the movie plot as well? Is it based off the first movie, the second movie? Is this an original story altogether?
It's more an original story, same characters, same world. So very, like, if you're fans of the movie, there's a lot of Easter eggs in there for you, and there's a lot of familiar vibes and faces, but there's a slightly different story going on where we're kind of centered more around Lydia and her grief story about losing her mum.
Right.
Which then kind of, becomes the intersection for a lot of the other characters' stories as well.
Please tell me, at some point you break out into the Banana Boat song.
Of course.
Nice.
It's not a show without Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, everything you want to be in there from the movie is in there.
Absolutely.
But with a great score written by Eddie Perfect as well. That's just like it's so funny and so wordy and very clever that like you're just constantly amazed with this music, and it does all types of genres. Like there's like big Broadway numbers, and then there's like a rock tune. There's a great song called "Dead Mom" that is one of my favorites that our guest Karis over here sings.
That's gone
Amazing.
viral.
That's gone viral.
Gone
yeah.
viral.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I like. Well, it's so funny. Like only in this like recent press tour, people have been talking to me about like, oh, like it went viral, and I really hadn't associated the word viral with it. I think maybe for my own protection, so I didn't like freak out about it. Because it is so big. It's so special to like have my little mark on a part of like a really big fandom that goes from before I was even born with the movie. So it's really, really special.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you guys have to watch the movies to really get into it, or you already were fans?
Look, from my childhood, the movie was just a cult classic. There was nothing else like it. Tim Burton made this amazing world, and Beetlejuice was this outrageous character, and it dealt with all these bold characters. So I think, we definitely do that with the musical. You're getting all your staple characters from the movie, but they are, you're getting a little bit more of their story involved with it. So it is its own thing. You don't have to see the movie, but as a fan of the movie, go see this. You're going to like the movie, but the musical does speak for itself as well. And it's just as wild and wacky and also heartfelt in a lot of ways.
Okay. Beetlejuice.
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Beetlejuice. Let's continue to talk to Andy and Karis on the Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Jelly Roll with Lydia on Kiss 92.
All right, so I got a question. All right, so Andrew, you play Beetlejuice. Okay, Beetlejuice, of course, is a supernatural character. Say his name 3 times, he appears. But despite being a long-time fan, I don't know what he is. Is he a ghost? Is he a demon? What exactly is Beetlejuice?
I mean, he's referred to in many different ways, but he's a strapping young demon from the netherworld. There's even a little bit more backstory created for Beetlejuice in the musical, which you'll find out towards the end of the show. So a thing that gives him a full circle of why he wants to be seen so badly and appear in the faces of everybody. There's something, he's got this desire to be seen, and so as this like demon from the netherworld who just wants to be the living to see him, he's got to find a way. So he's like going to try to get Lydia to help him out. He's going to try to get the recently deceased Barbara and Adam to see him. So he's just a motivated demon / ghost with a lot of tricks.
I can already imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does he have an origin story, how he became this demon?
Yeah, it's so interesting because as the director has told us, and we have like these little backstories, which could matter and could not matter. There is a little bit of backstory, and I'm afraid to share it. I don't want to give away too much.
Spoilers.
No, I feel like I was going to say, if you don't mind me jumping on, I was going to say we did get like a little list of like the rules of the supernatural world, because whenever you have something that's set in like something paranormal or whatever, if the actors aren't clear on who can see who at what point and what's the difference between a ghost and a demon, it becomes a little muddy. But he was born dead. Yeah. He wasn't a person that died. So if that's helpful to know.
He was born dead.
Yeah, he was born dead from someone.
There's even this little interesting story that the character in one of the characters in the show who kind of has to follow these rules. She had said, I think Beetlejuice was born from Juno, but also a human. Like they had some sort of like she had an affair with a human. Yeah. So I think Beetlejuice might be a demigod, but that's not that's not in the text. It's just I thought it was a really interesting story about why he wants to be seen, and maybe he wants to find his daddy, and maybe there's another sequel out there.
Oh, always.
And maybe he's having an affair with the sandworm, which is why the sandworms are always trying to gobble him up.
That's right, sandworms. We've had a few, sandworm orgies.
Now, Andy, how did you land the role of Beetlejuice?
Interestingly enough, I'm not the original person from this production. Eddie Perfect, who wrote the music for Beetlejuice, was starring as Beetlejuice in Melbourne, and he was only going to play that specific venue. And then Alex Timbers and Alex Timbers is the director of Beetlejuice. He's also directed Rocky and Moulin Rouge, 2 shows I've done with him before. So he trusted me with this. He knew that I could do a lot of what Beetlejuice does. So we had a conversation. We talked about how we could do this. And so it sort of like landed in my lap that way because I was very interested. There's a Beetlejuice inside of me that really wants to get out. I also have the great benefit of an amazing cast that I'm joining. So I got to bring my A game. And I'm also recently engaged to the woman who's playing Barbara in our show. Yeah, so it's a family. Yeah, it's a family affair.
Tell me you proposed as Beetlejuice, please, in full costume and makeup.
That would have been freaky.
That would have been weird. So I'm sure people have done that though. We've got some amazing fans for Beetlejuice. There's people that come dressed as their favorite character for the show. I know in Melbourne they showed up and they made you dolls and all this stuff. So
Speaking of getting dressed up, we're only like 2 days away from Halloween. Are you guys getting dressed up? And is it going to be Beetlejuice and Lydia Deetz, or you have whole new characters?
We should do one where I'm Beetlejuice. And
we should do that.
And but like we just swap the costumes, so I'm in
I
a
would do
really
that for the
big
whole
outfit
show.
and you're in a tiny outfit.
That's how bad I want to sing Dead Mom and be viral. I want to be viral too.
And Karis, how did you land the role
I
of
did.
Lydia Deetz?
I did lots of auditions. I think it was over the course of like a month with maybe like a week between each. And yeah, just sang some songs, did some scenes, did a little dance. I make that sound like it was very chill. I was like the worst version of myself. I was so scared and nervous the whole time. And I kind of went into like a sort of craziness just alone. I couldn't talk to anyone about it. I didn't want to hear people be like, "You've got this," because I would have been like, "You don't know if I've got this. Shut up. So yeah, I did go crazy, but worth it.
All right.
You know, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the same way that Andrew says he has a little Beetlejuice in him, do you have a little Lydia Deetz in you? Because, I mean, when you look at Lydia Deetz, she's like an emo teenager, right? And, you know, I mean, you come from Melbourne.
Yeah.
I studied in Melbourne. Knew a lot of emo teens there.
Yeah.
So was it a natural fit, assuming Lydia Deetz?
Yes, totally. Like I actually was thinking recently. I was like, when I went to high school, like I wore a school uniform and everything. But I was wondering if I was a teenager that could wear like whatever I wanted to school. Like if I would have really indulged my style in that a lot more, rather than just like in my free time, and kind of like if I had more time to really go into that, then I'm sure I would have. I've always been an angsty teen. I always play angsty teens who seem to be going through something. I'm rarely playing a happy-go-lucky character. If I am, they're like neurotic and they're like happy to cover up the fact that they're so sad. So yeah, I definitely resonate with Lydia.
Nice. Okay. That was actually what I was going to ask, whether you see yourselves in the characters that you play. So when you pick characters, you know, when you audition for characters or you're approached for characters, do you always need to sort of have that relation, or can you just do the acting and just not be in any way similar to who you're playing?
I think that's the most terrified you can be of a character sometimes can be the most rewarding, because you're going in like, I don't know if I can, and so you're constantly asking yourself questions and you're seeing how you can get there. Beetlejuice is one of those. It's such a iconic character that you like. Do I honor the movie? Do I honor this musical? Do I honor the person who did the last performance? What can I take from anything? I'm going to be stealing shamelessly from everybody who's ever done this role, including Michael Keaton. But I'm also going to bring my own vibe to it, and it's going to be, you know, it always comes back to, all right, at a certain point, you've convinced yourself you can't do it, and then when you're there and you're actually doing it and rehearsing it, you gain this like amazing, like, oh my God, I've climbed the mountain. I've actually become this character, and I like to choose things that scare me a little that way.
Okay, all right.
We're going back on air.
Kiss 92 traffic.
In the KPE tunnel towards the TPE after the ECP, look out for a broken down vehicle and avoid lane 4. Also on the TPE towards the SLE, another vehicle having trouble after the KPE ECP exit. Anywhere that you spot any trouble, you let us know. 8855-0920.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Just to let you guys know, Beetlejuice, the musical, plays at the Esplanade Theatre here in Singapore from the 15th of January to the 15th of February 2026. You can already get your tickets at premier.ticketek.com.sg. You don't want to miss it. And our guests for this morning, Andrew Karl, who plays Beetlejuice, as well as Karis Oka, who plays Lydia Deetz. Welcome once again.
Hey,
Thank you, guys.
So Andy and Karis, what is something people need to... Who is this for? You know, who is the musical for? Is it for everybody who knows or doesn't know Beetlejuice?
I think it's for everyone. I think I've said before, like, it hugely revolves around death. Naturally, it's Beetlejuice. It's that everyone's experienced death. Everyone's got their own relationship to it, and everyone is going to die. So it's something.
I like the way she said that with a smile.
It's
Everybody's
true.
gonna
That's
die.
a fact.
Sorry, spoiler. I'm going to. But yeah, so I think there's something for everyone, and all of the characters are really different. They're all very extreme versions of very different kind of archetypes of people, and so I do think people will resonate with at least one person.
All right. Now, Andrea, obviously you play such an iconic character, Beetlejuice, and which is a very, very popular character. People dress up as Beetlejuice every Halloween. As of 2 days ago, I don't know if my brother Glenn here has figured out what he wants to dress as for Halloween.
I got my beer can already.
Okay.
I'm going to come as a beer can.
But now I'm thinking maybe you should come as Beetlejuice. And if you could give
so.
him some tips on how to speak like Beetlejuice, maybe he can try and imitate Beetlejuice. Like, an iconic line maybe from the movie. It's
Get into
showtime.
character, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Showtime.
There you go. He's already
God.
picked it up. Like, it's okay. You start with your normal speaking voice. Hi, how you doing? And then you add a little gravel. Like just add a little bit of that, and then drink about 6 cups of coffee, and then you're gonna be saying, "Hey, it's showtime! I can't wait to be here on Kiss 92." I should be a radio announcer.
You absolutely should.
Yeah,
Your
man.
turn, your turn.
Wait,
It's showtime.
Just like that? I did that just now.
on
already.
Kiss 92. You
We
carry on
have
the rest of the
Andrew,
show.
Karl, and Karis Oka here on the show. Stars of Beetlejuice, the musical.
He's after my job. All right, I'm going to be a radio announcer. You do the show. I'm going to go to the weather now. And
All right.
Yeah, I was going to ask him to do our station liner, actually.
Oh.
So, in your voice, okay? I'm writing it down. Here you go.
hey, everybody, it's the BJ here at Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. What could be better? Get out there and listen to us. We'll be seeing you at the Esplanade Theater in January.
Love that.
Love.
You know, we should just stop playing that from now on.
Absolutely. I
The
think that's
only thing I
great.
didn't do was curse a lot, which no.
No.
There's 1 or 2 well-placed curses in the show, which it's not an R-rated show by any means. So yeah, it's some grandmas and little kids may go, but we'll be all laughing together later.
Not an R-rated show. You just referred to yourself as the BJ.
Hey, I didn't say it. That's your brain.
I caught that
What's
one.
happening here at Kiss 92? More than
Now,
kisses.
now, you know, we've gone to many musicals, but just something tells me that Beetlejuice the musical is just going to be so different from any other musical. How different is it going to be?
Yeah, it is like what draws everybody to come see this is that it hits on so many different levels. It's such a large production. The sets are amazing. You're going to see there's going to be Netherworld sandworms, you guys. Who gets that in a musical? So I mean, just you can start there, and with like even trips to the Netherworld. I mean, you know, Karis's character goes into the Netherworld and has a really like touching moment with her father at that point. It's really interesting. It's a great show that so unexpectedly hits you in so many different ways. But the first, at least, act of the show is just edge of your seat. I can't believe what I'm seeing and listening to. So I still want to give too much away, but it's just got everything.
Yeah, it's got like every stagecraft element you could think of. There's pyro, there's magic tricks. Like you do so much magic. There's puppets, there's crazy sets, there's the most gorge costumes, like that real Tim Burton design. The characters are so like nuanced and rich and extreme, and then sometimes it's really simple and like profound, and other times you're getting blasted if all of your senses are just like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds exciting.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I haven't been to opening night for any musical in
This
quite a
sounds
while.
like something to go
I'm
to,
going to
right?
be there on opening night.
Yeah. You're gonna
be dressed. You're gonna be dressed
100%.
as-
And
Yeah.
be dressed as
Yes.
well.
And be
See
dressed,
that.
absolutely.
Let's all have fun.
Obviously, it's a comedy. It's a feel-good kind of show with a horror element as well. Personally, are you guys horror fans?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get the EBGBs, scared of ghost stories and things like that.
I do. I've only for those horror movies that are filmed like with a shaky
Oh,
cam.
Like the Blair
right.
Witch.
The Blair Witch
yeah,
Project.
any found footage horror movie that's too much for me.
Right.
But everything else I can really get around.
Okay.
What about
Yeah.
you, Andrew?
Yeah, I like a deep dive into like the psychosis world, psychological world. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like some ones that you just like,
So more like what's that one with
Psycho?
Oh, Psycho is a bit say like
Psycho. Yeah, that's
I See
it. You
Dead
never actually
People. What's
see
that
a
one?
knife going
Sixth
into a body.
Sense?
Yeah.
more like Sixth Sense
Yeah.
type thing.
Tremendous. Yeah, that's a great
Like
one.
Seven?
Seven.
Yeah, Seven.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine? Seven or Sixth Sense, the musical?
Oh my God! I see dead people.
Dun, 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 dun,
Let's
dun.
focus on Beetlejuice the musical
What's
first.
in that box? What's in that box?
So once again, Beetlejuice the musical plays at the Esplanade Theatre from January the 15th to February the 15th here in Singapore. Tickets are already available. Premier.com ticketek.com.sg. We would love to have the both of you in the studio once again in January,
Yeah.
maybe just before the show or just before opening night.
Opening night,
something like that.
absolutely. Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
arrange this with Rhonda.
Yeah.
Rhonda, you be my date on opening night.
Rhonda's the best. She knows everybody. She gets things done.
She is the best. All right. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you, Karis, for coming in today.
Thank you for
I
having
know
us.
it's really early, but enjoy the rest of Singapore.
Thank you.
All right, the time right now is 8:24.
Kiss